Alright, 3i3 and 3i4, I hope you all had a chance to draw out your ideas. If you have not finished all three ideas, don't worry, later on you can continue. Now, what you're going to do next is to do something different. Okay, I think we have represented all our ideas, or rather presented all our ideas that we have, and that's one way of starting the project. Another way of starting a project, as I mentioned in my previous lesson last week, is that we can start off by looking at existing products, existing toys, and see whether we can get some inspiration and adapt from there. So you can either do, because we are going to do animal toys in motion, so like I say, we can either number one, find some animal toys that do not have motion, they don't involve motion yet, and then you think about how to possibly include some motion so it become a animal toys in motion. So that's an adaptation. Another way is to find something that already has motion but it's not an animal, and then you think about whether can you then modify that idea to become an animal toy in motion. Okay, so before you can do that, we must start off, of course, must by doing some research and finding some possible existing toy and analyze it. Okay, and then from there think of ideas. So this next part of the lesson, I'm going to teach you how to do product analysis. You probably also have the notes in front of you already. You can also refer to the notes. Now, so before you do product analysis, you must first start off with having the product, or at least a photo of the product. So later on, after this lesson, before you start off to do the product analysis, please go into your PLDs, go to the web, Google, and then search for some toys that you think you'll be interested to analyze and perhaps adapt from. So I'm now in Google Slides. So in order to do my product analysis, I will start off in Google Slides. You can actually delete all this and make it a blank Google slide, because we won't be needing all this title. Okay, and then once, assuming that you already found your picture of the animal toys, no motion, or the toys with motion but not an animal, you're going to start off by adding in the picture. So I'm going to add in an image which I already found previously. Okay, add it in. Alright, this is my picture, so I don't need it so big, so I'm just going to adjust it so that it is slightly smaller. Alright, so and then next I'm going to, once I have this, if you can find more than one view of that picture, that will be better. Alright, so if not, one picture is also fine. Okay, and then I want to start by describing some of this, so I start off by describing what exactly is this. Alright, so I'm going to type this is a dancing a cactus that will dance and play music when switch on. Alright, so I'm just going to adjust this a little bit so that it can be put at one side and it doesn't block my nice cactus picture. Okay, this is my description of the overall thing. Just to be sure, I'm going to add an arrow. Okay, I'm going to add an arrow to show that, okay, I'm talking about this. Alright, so I also know that somewhere below at the bottom there will be a button for users to press. You can change the music, so I'm going to just add that detail in also. Okay, there is a button here for user to press and change the music. Okay, so okay, and in case I'm just going to also, I'm also going to put an arrow, and I'm talking about actually this button. Okay, so that is the second one, and last, and then at the bottom here I know that there is a battery compartment and also a on off switch, so just to make sure, I'm just going to describe that as well. Switch, okay, so we adjust and move it down, and I'm just going to add an arrow here. Okay, lastly, what I want to do is, because I said the purpose of doing this product analysis is to think about how I could maybe adapt this idea. Okay, so I think one possible idea that I think would be good, since from this is that I'm just going to add that actually, since this is a dancing cactus, I could change it, change this into a dancing duck. Instead, then the pot below can become a pail with water. Okay, so this is how I will describe what my possible ideas, alright, that I derive out. So that I've done my product analysis of this. Okay, so I hope I've shown this with more clarity. So now in your notes you have your task there, that your job is to then next now look for 2 animal toys that does not have any motion, or it doesn't move, and do a product analysis on each of them. And the second task is to look for 2 toys that have motion but it's not related to animal, and then from there you also do 2 product analysis. And don't forget, when you do your product analysis, do also describe how you can turn this into an idea that will be matching the theme, which is animal toys in motion. Right, class, please start. Thank you.